All right, everyone. Welcome to our last session. This is designed to do a review, so we've got a whole series of questions that we're going to go through. I did take some time to put together an app with a bunch of questions, and we're going to actually see how well this works. So if it's a failure, then I know I have a lot of work to do. If you see misspellings in the process, well, I'll have to get those fixed too, because I am not the world's greatest speller. But what I think is going to be nice for you is I do have this live on my Terry's Tidbits site, and simply going and selecting practice exam, it will bring you to the screen where you can select the certification that you are wanting to take, and it will just kind of walk you through it. So we're just going to walk through it on mine, and then as you guys get closer to being ready to take the exam, it's going to be out there. So just feel free to play around with it. Hopefully I get it better and smarter as time goes on. So first screen there just helps us know what was on the exam, what the weighting is for everything. So that's just straight out of that user guide. And so that information is there. And we're just continue to click next, and we'll use my email for now. And it recognizes that I've been here before, so my name is there. All right, so it's going to spin us through 60 questions, and the answer is going to follow. So what I thought we would do as we go through our questions is I've got the list of everybody that's on the call, and we'll just round robin it. So I don't know if you bring up the managed participants, if your order is going to be the same as mine, but Carla, you're first on my list. And then I've got Kevin Smith, Tanner, Elena, Adam, and Kevin Garrison. And we'll just rotate through as we go through it. Does that sound good?
You mean I have to answer questions too?
Do you want to?
I'm just teasing. I don't want to be embarrassed, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
I know. There's some of them, as I've gone through this, I've thought, I don't know the answer anymore.
That's good. Then you've done good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I can tell you I have learned a lot through this process. So this has been absolutely amazing. Even as the host, to go back through and kind of get a level set on some of these things that just don't think about as often. So, all right, Carla, you've got the first question, which of the following is true of AppExchange? And there's 2 correct answers.
Let's see. Marketplace for pre-built solutions, home to find Salesforce partner, allows all Salesforce users to install. The repository for training courses allows a purchase of Salesforce. A and B.
Marketplace, and all right. And the correct answer is right. Very good.
Yay.
Very good. All right, Adam Kelly.
What's up, Terry?
Hey, how are you, sir?
Good, thank you.
You get the next question that's on the screen. So.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Welcome to the party. When setting up Outlook migration, which of the following are true? There are 3 correct answers here. All right, so one of the things that I would recommend as you take the test, because this is similar to what you should expect to see on the exam. I don't have any idea if these questions are on the exam, but the process is somewhat similar, except for they don't tell you if you got it right or wrong. So if you can eliminate some because you know those aren't right, eliminate those, and then hopefully that will get you closer to your, in this case, 3 choices that are correct.
I would say maybe B, C, and E.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Nicely done. Nicely done.
So the Lightning Sync, just to understand, the Lightning Sync does work with Gmail. So that would be
They-
appropriately a question there that might throw you off, because if you answered for Lightning Sync,
Yes.
Gmail would be included as a yes, correct answer.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, you've got to read those questions very, very carefully. Kevin Smith, you are up next. Which of the following are characteristics of an approval process?
Well, let's see here. Entry criteria. Run automatically on record save. And got to think here for a second. I can't remember for sure, but I'm leaning towards bypass record lock. But
You want to call a friend?
oh, I can't call a friend in the test center, so we're gonna have to go ahead and
That's true.
go down with the ship here. So, we'll do B.
B?
Yep.
Okay. And so here's why this one is not true. And you can challenge me, and if anyone wants to challenge me. It runs when, based off of Process Builder, can kick it off. So as opposed to it running automatically. So the entry criteria by in and of itself does not send it into the approval process. You either have to click the approval button that's on the page layout, or you can automate it through Process Builder. And everybody agree or disagree with that?
That makes total sense. I was thinking that you definitely. Oh, so it actually you are telling us the rejection step was the one, and that was actually the one that I thought. But yeah, I have my numbers or my answers different, just for different reasons. But it makes total sense what you're saying.
And anybody else agree or disagree? There is the ability to dispute your my answer if you want to question it. Then because I can always be wrong too, so all good. Also, they've got a study reference here for you to go and so you can review the concepts of the question. So that's available there as well.
Nice.
All right. Who is up?
Oh, you're going to let us dispute you too, if we come back in and take this. I see.
Yeah, if you take this again, you may get a different set of questions, and the order in which the choices are listed will also change, which is also the way that it would be if you took the real exam.
Yeah, so that you can't just memorize.
You can't memorize the numbers. All right, Tanner.
Okay. The VP of Marketing, so me, has been using a spreadsheet to track marketing events they've hosted. He'd like to start doing this in Salesforce, but is worried that people will enter duplicate event names. Choose two answers. Set up a matching rule and duplicate rule. Use a validation rule on the event name. Configure the event name field to both unique and required. Set up process rule. I would say A and B.
A and B?
Yeah.
Or D?
B.
B? B?
Yep.
Okay. I don't remember the answer on that one. Oh, configure the event name to be unique. He'd like to start doing this in Salesforce. So he's got a spreadsheet to track marketing events. So it's not telling us that this is a standard object. So assuming that we are dealing with a custom object, we could create an event name that is unique and required. So that one, if I took that on an exam, I would dispute that just to get some clarification in that question. Because I was sitting there reading it thinking, I don't remember for sure either. But yes, I think that makes sense.
And the validation rule doesn't work because you can't check against other records in a validation rule.
Right.
You wouldn't be able to compare that name to all the other names of the marketing event.
Yes, that's right. And setting up process builder rule to prevent duplicates. Process builder for the same type of thing, it can check that as well. So there's some studied references there as well. Who's up next? Tanner, Elena. Some Salesforce features are controlled by Some Salesforce features are controlled by a checkbox on the user detail record. Which of the following feature licenses must be checked to grant a user access to a non-Sales Cloud feature?
Ooh, well.
There's two of them. So how well do you know what's on that user detail record?
I'm going to say e-marketing user. And
notice this.
Non-Sales Cloud feature. So I guess my question is, is marketing considered a part of feature of Sales Cloud, or is it a Marketing Cloud?
That's a good question, and it is a part of the Sales Cloud. It is a checkbox on the user detail.
Okay, so then let's not choose that one. Let's do Service Cloud and knowledge user. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I thought.
Yeah, good choice. Well done. So chatter user does not exist as an option. That's a profile, I believe.
License and profile.
Yeah, okay. And then flow user, that one is, so is marketing, but those are standard Sales Cloud. Kevin Garrison, no. Oh, my list keeps changing order.
Oh, well, I haven't answered yet.
All right, so Kevin, you're up.
Okay.
Which of the following are characteristics of a profile?
Okay, so let's see. Things that you are set based upon your profile. So you it's not permission set. You do have CRUD control over a profile. You can control what the default app is by profile. Role hierarchy is not set by profile. Permission set assignment is not. That's at the user level, and tab visibility is set by profile. I would say those.
Nicely done. All right, I think that rotates us back up to Carla. Universal Container Marketing.
I was on mute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Universal Containers Marketing Department wants to better track campaign ROI. They've asked the sales team to identify when a new opportunity is a result of one of their campaign efforts. However, they continue to struggle getting good data. What Salesforce feature could you implement that would help improve this problem? That would be campaign influence.
Yeah, good choice. All right. I've got Kevin Smith up here next. Queues are supported by which of the following?
Okay. Got to think about this here. Choose one answer. Case object. Lead object, case object. Lead object. Okay. Dear Lord. Case object assignment rules, opportunity teams, and we're talking about queues. So, oh man, I would say C off the top of my head. I got to think about that here.
So as you're looking through it, does a lead object support queues? Can you assign can you assign the record owner on a lead record to a queue?
My initial thought is yes, because you'd have teams, which,
Okay.
you're talking teams there, which is in a queue.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, that's.
and then what about the account object? Can an account owner be assigned to a queue?
Gosh, I am having a rough one today.
Okay. Anybody want to jump in and help?
Well,
I think it's,
yeah, go ahead.
well, I was going through and thinking leads can be assigned to a queue and cases can be assigned to a queue.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then it leaves you with either
So that's, yeah, assignment
B,
rule.
C, or E.
Yeah.
I don't believe accounts can be assigned, so that eliminates C.
Yeah.
I would say B. Personally.
Go with B.
I think she's right.
Okay. I can't remember the right answer on this one.
Oh, the suspense is
Oh,
killing
no.
me, Terry.
Oh, no.
Gosh.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
Good job. Well done.
The assignment rule kind of threw me off a little bit. I wasn't sure
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was sharing roles or assignment, but I was thinking it was one of those two, but
Yeah.
nice.
Well,
nice.
just so the sharing rules just means you can't use a sharing rule with a queue. Like when you're setting up sharing rules, you can't
Right.
assign anything to a queue, but in an assignment rule, you can. Is that what that means?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, yes.
Yes, there's some oddities around case, and Terry and I have learned
Yeah.
that setting up something recently.
Yeah,
here.
and orders also is one that supports queues, which I did not realize at the time.
Hmm.
Oh, who's up? Let's see, that was Kevin. Tanner, I've got you next.
Okay. Today is Robin's last day with Universal Containers. Her manager has asked you to transfer her records to Gloria. As the admin, you decide to use the mass transfer records feature. Which of the following records cannot be transferred with the mass transfer records feature?
I don't believe we have talked about this one. I know we talked about mass transfers in our reviews. So that mass transfer feature that's in setup, where you can select a given object to transfer records from. And there's a whole series of checkboxes that are options on that screen. And one of these you cannot transfer.
I would guess E, closed activities.
And I believe
That was my guess as well.
you are correct.
Yay.
I'm not doing so bad in these theoretical questions, Terry.
Very good. All right. Let's see, that was Tanner. Adam Kelly, I've got you next on the list.
All right.
Which of the following are supported report format types?
Well, there's a spelling error for you there.
Good, where?
On matrix should be matrix.
Matrix. Oh, yes. Thank you. I should have a place to write that down. All right, go ahead.
B, D, and E.
B, D, and E.
Yep.
Nice. Supported report types. All right, that was, I've got Elena.
Okay. Which of the following are true about validation rules? So I will check mark A. And B.
Good, nice.
Order of operations.
Yes, throwing a little bit of that into that response as well. Good. Let's see, Kevin G., you're up. When creating a validation
required though, because you're not
Which-
required to put an error message.
Which of the following are required?
Well, you have to have I believe the answer is field name and error condition formula.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Sorry.
All right. So you do have to have an error message.
You do have to have an error message. You don't have to place that error message on a field. You can place it at the top of the page as well.
For some reason,
I first read field name as like naming the validation rule, which is required.
Right, yeah.
Oh.
So I kind of read it that way, and then I was like, well, you have to have an error message, and you have to have an error condition formula. So I went that way. And then when I thought about it again, I thought you meant you have to have a field name in the formula. So I guess I don't know what you meant by field name.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just for clarification.
Yep, let's just do notes this way.
so you do have to have some criteria to base it upon, but I don't know how you would label that. And I did not realize that you were required to have a message.
You do.
You're just saying that you don't have to put it right where that field is. You can just have it be wherever.
At the top of the page.
Right.
I forgot who did that. That was Elena, right? No, that was you.
That was me.
Okay, back to the top of our list. Adam, I've got you at the top of the list now, so we're skipping Carla to next. Adam Kelly, what are the capabilities of Data Loader, or what are some capabilities that Data Loader has that the Import Wizard does not? There's 3 here.
Ooh, let's see. I'm going to go A, C, and D.
Okay. All right, so the Import Wizard does support duplicate prevention because it has that ability to match based off of like an email address or name when you're doing your accounts and contacts. Both do support upserts. Any object up to 5 million records is a data loader thing, and then you can schedule data loader to run, which I believe you have to do that through through a scripting process, but it does allow you to schedule those.
Now, remind me, the Import Wizard has some limitations on objects?
Yes.
But I can't remember what those are.
I know it's accounts contacts, it's leads.
Campaign members?
Campaign members, yeah.
So the very, very basic standard
It's pretty
objects
basic,
that,
yeah.
okay.
And there is a limit of how many records can be loaded.
I remembered that.
I can't remember what the number is.
Yeah, I remember that's the biggest thing that I remembered between the two.
Quantity.
Was quantity.
Yeah,
Is it 50,000?
I think you're right.
It
I
is.
think that sounds right. All right, good, good. Carla, I've got you with this one.
Let's see here. Which declarative automation tools support, bless you, to support the creation of new records on any object? Creation of new records on any object. Oh, B and C.
B and C. Okay, why would it not be A?
Because it's not declarative,
Yeah, good.
and
Yeah.
workflow rules is limited on objects.
Yeah, very good. All right, Kevin Smith.
Oh,
You keep
price
getting
was my
hard
favorite.
ones.
I know, man.
Carrie, this is the one that tripped me up when you sent this to me.
Okay, okay.
Multi-currency enabled. Their currency options are okay. As it relates to price books, which of the following is the best configuration? Okay. One for each group. Price of each. And it's only one answer here. And customer standard. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take B for 400, Terry.
Create a custom price book with 3. Okay, good job. Anybody have any questions on that one?
No, just that I just know that I need to go back and refresh myself on the specifics around the price book.
Yeah, I haven't really done much with price books in my entire career, so I don't. So I'm like, I don't remember this.
Yeah, and multi-currency is another one that we don't often run into, so that that can be a...
And I remember us talking about it even too.
Yeah. I have been in organizations where they've created 3 custom price books, 1 for each currency, so there are some times when when that could be a valid option, but this is certainly your ideal. Tanner, Salesforce dashboards have a setting. Go ahead.
View dashboard as of the choices below, which are the valid view dashboard as options. 3. So me is one of them. Another person, I believe, is another one. I go with C as well.
C.
C-D-E.
Good choice. Good choice.
Woo.
Elena.
Which of the following would a system admin use to disable access to custom users? Assuming that group of users has the same profile, I would say C.
Very good. Very good. All right. And Kevin G.
Okay, wordy one. All right. Universal Containers needs to track the manufacturer, brand, and model for a specific car company. How can the system administrator ensure that the car models match with the selected manufacturer? Filtered lookup field, multi-select pick list field. Oh, that's horrible. Creates the manufacturer field as a dependent pick list and the model as a controlling pick list. Creates the manufacturer field as a controlling pick list and the model as a dependent pick list. Okay, so the manufacturer needs to control the model. So the D would be the model as the dependent of the manufacturer. To me, that's the correct answer.
Okay, very good. Carla, you're at the top of the list now.
Sorry, I was on mute. Okay, yeah, sorry. Sales representatives at Universal Containers need assistance from product managers when selling certain products. Product managers do not have access to opportunities, but need to gain access when they are assisting with a specific deal. How can a system admin accomplish this? One answer. Notify them, enable all opportunity teams, similar opportunities, enable account teams. So I think it is B.
Very good. I think you were right. Good job. If you have questions on these as we go, or you want to talk through them, certainly speak up. I've got Kevin Smith.
Which 2 should a system administrator consider before importing a set of records into Salesforce? Choose 3. Currency field values will default to the personal currency of the user loading the data. Data should be deduplicated in the import file prior to import. Validation rules are not triggered when importing data using the import wizard. The import file should include a record owner for each record and identify the record fields for for each object.
The required fields.
So we know that the import file should include a record owner. Depending on the set of data you're bringing in, but data should be deduplicated in the import file prior to import.
Good.
Validation rules are not triggered when importing data using the import wizard. That's true. Yeah, we'll go ahead. I know I'm pretty sure that's true. I'm questioning D here real quick. So let's think about this here. Which two should a system? I'm going to change my answer from D to E.
Okay. And I think that this question probably needs a little clarification. That's a little bit trickier to know. Are you comfortable that that's true? Anybody have any input on that?
I didn't think that was true, actually.
I didn't think it was either, obviously, but Kevin, you seem pretty sure.
Oh, I seem sure about a lot of things, Terry. You got to fake it till you make it.
I can't remember on that either.
I always think when in doubt, expect that a validation rule will run when I'm trying to map quantities of data.
I thought one of them did and one of them didn't, and that's why you had to be careful about your data. But
I think that's deduplication rules.
That could be which obviously was one of the answers.
But the import file should include a record owner for each record. It doesn't have to. I mean,
you're right. If it's not
subjective.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I need to work on.
And then if you don't put a record, if you don't put a specific ID of a person as the owner, it defaults to
the person uploading it.
To you, the person uploading it, right? That's what I was. That's what I was.
Tanner.
Okay. Also, with that last question, Adam mentioned to me that it says which two, and you said choose three answers.
Oh, good.
Oh,
thank you. Good
which
catch.
two statements about custom summary formulas and reports are true? Can't reorder summary formula columns.
This one I would just flat out get wrong.
Because it's part of the
it's a part of reports, and I don't know the answer to this.
But no pressure, Tanner. He's like a reporting guru.
Yeah, exactly.
Summary formula. Another custom summary formula. I don't think so. So which two statements about formulas is true? Okay, so let's see. Percents are representative decimals in summary formulas. 20% is 0.20. Reports can be grouped by a custom summary formula column. That is true. Summary formulas don't support date or date time functions or fields. I'm saying D.
D.
And percents are represented as decimals in summary formulas. 20%. Yeah, we'll go with C. I want to say A, but let's go with that.
C. All right. So C was good.
Oh,
wait, I've got
three.
Three right answers. That's interesting. I've got three when we're selecting two. All right, good.
So the date time functions, I thought that it would support those, but it wouldn't support relative. So if you said today.
Okay. Oh, shoot, I should not have done that. I forgot I needed to. I think I just opened up a new window. All right, so summary formula field, tips, limit, and limitations. So I think I took all of the right answers just straight off of this list. And there's quite a few. clarifications for this, so yeah, that one I just plain would have failed. I'm going to dispute that because the count is wrong. All right, and who did I leave off with? That
Where's Tanner?
Tanner. Adam, got you up now. Adam, we jumped all the way back up to the top here, so sorry if I'm getting these out of order.
Nope, that's fine.
All right. CEO at Universal Containers has asked that a Salesforce dashboard be emailed to him weekly. As an admin, how would you accomplish this?
I'd probably say, I'd say E.
E?
Yeah.
So we're going with open the dashboard and add the CEO as a subscriber, log in as CEO dash and set them up as a subscriber. I believe that is correct. Now, whether or not which of these is better than the other?
Probably
I guess that, oh, that's in, oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. I have no idea where we're left off here. So, Lena?
VP of Sales wants a visual indicator on opportunities to quickly identify the stage opportunity it's in. So I want to say you have to put it on the lightning page. But you would also need to create the path. So A and C, so E.
Nicely done. All right, Kevin G.
Okay. So Universal Containers is having trouble getting the sales team to adopt Salesforce. Okay. After talking with several users, you learned there were too many fields that didn't apply to them. Many of those fields, if left blank, would cause an error upon saving. As their superstar admin, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What are some techniques you can use to help solve some of these issues? Choose two answers. Okay, let's see what our options are. Remove the required field flag on the fields that aren't relevant to the sales team. Well, that doesn't feel like good for data. Review and update validation rules to include criteria based on the profile of the current user. That sounds like possibly an option. Create a new page layout with only the relevant fields for sales and assign the page to the sales group. I like that more. Create a new page layout with only the relevant field for sales and assign the page to the sales role hierarchy, which you can't do. Create a new page layout with only relevant field for sales and assign the page to the sales profile. Oh, yes. So that actually is very good. C, you tried to trip me up by saying sales group, which is not possible.
Yeah.
I will say E.
Good. Good catch of reading those, yes. That was a little bit obvious with me repeating the same thing 3 times. Right. Probably won't be that obvious on a real exam.
Thank you for helping me out there, Trey.
Good job. Carla?
Universal Containers is going global. They are adding a new sales team to the APAC region. The APAC sales stages will not be the same as the North American sales team, but everything else will remain the same. What changes to the opportunity will need to be made to support this?
I don't like this question, by the way, so I kind of want to redo this one.
Okay, so create a new sales process and profile. Create a new, so new sales team. Okay, so create a new opportunity record type and sales path. Create new page layouts. Create a new opportunity record type and roles. Create new sales process and opportunity stages for APAC. Oh gosh.
So the stages
I have to think through this.
Yeah, stages
Right.
will not stay the same. Everything else is.
Yes, the sales stages are based on sales processes. So E is a new sales process and new state opportunity stages, but you have to create a record type for the new stages. That B, I don't know. So hold on, sales path and then new sales process, and I think that's right. The sales path is kind of throwing me off because you don't have to use the sales path.
Well, and I don't think you have to have
That's
the
right.
roles necessarily.
No, you don't.
So that's more of just an add-on to it that can lead you astray.
Right. Right. So I think it's B and E.
Okay.
Ah,
Nice.
Yay.
You're
That's how I
100%
would walk.
so far.
That's how I would walk through that question if I had that on the test anyway. So.
Yes. Yeah, very nicely done. Adam Kelly? The Universal Container is adding a sales partner channel. The partners will need access to create and edit opportunities via a Salesforce community. Which Salesforce license would you need to purchase to ensure that they have access to create opportunities? So this is a licensing question.
Yeah, this is interesting because unless you've worked with communities, and even if you work with them, you may not know the levels of these.
Yep.
That's very true. I'm surprised that something like this would be on the exam.
There was a license section, I think, as part of our of the topic. So
I very much have a thought about what this is, but I do not know.
all right, Adam, do you want to take a guess, or do you want
I mean, I would say A.
to A? Okay. Anybody think different?
That was my guess.
Okay, you guessed correctly.
And I use that based upon understanding like the kind of like the verbiage that they tend to use as well for their licensing structure.
So of the other licenses that are listed here, there is there's one that is, I think, the only other option that's actually a valid license name.
Right.
That's D. So,
Yes.
and then I know that did not have access to
Yeah,
that. So.
yeah, and customer community does not have access to opportunities.
Correct.
Tanner, you're up.
Sales executives want the ability to better forecast both by revenue and quantity. They want an interactive screen that allows them to drill into details when needed. How can you, as a Salesforce admin, help with this request? Customizable forecast based on opportunity line items. Reports. Better forecast both revenue and quantity. Well, the only one I know how to do is B, so I'm going to go with B.
B? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And the correct answer is E. That collaborative forecast feature, enable both. So when you set up your forecasting, you have the option to, it's two checkboxes there. You can do it by revenue or, and then quantity, or you, given their checkboxes, you could check both.
Does that not require a custom, like a lightning component
It does not.
to show? See, that's what threw me off.
It's a tab that will show up just like any other tab in your.
Really?
Yeah,
we haven't utilized it here, so I didn't.
Yeah.
And I did not see that in anything that I studied so far. So that's good to bring that up.
Good. There's your reference for it if you want to run through that one. So that was, who was that? Was that you, Tanner, that had that one?
Yeah.
So I've got Kevin Smith. What are some capabilities of the Service Cloud?
Okay. We have case response bots, escalation rule, email to case, customer community, case assignment rules. Let's go with E. We'll go with A and C.
All right. Would be escalation rules.
I was wondering that.
Yeah, this is something that I wouldn't be shocked if it doesn't get added at some point in the future.
Right.
With all the AI stuff that they're doing.
Wow.
But currently that's not there.
Well, and didn't they talk about that too when they were talking about the 360 at Dreamforce?
They may have.
Where they wanted to have auto responses for all customer.
I think that's going to become a feature at some point.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me. Let's see, that was Kevin. Tanner, I just had you, right? Elena, go with you.
Lightning Knowledge uses what feature to classify types of articles?
Oh, I hate this question too. I mean, it's a good question, but I never remember the answer.
Yeah, no concept here. Types of articles. Well, I mean, article types would be within the question. Is that a thing? I don't know, but sure, we'll go see.
Okay. Keyword here is lightning.
And you just said keyword.
Yeah. And it changed in lightning.
Okay.
To record types.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
That one is one that I would have deciphered it and got there, but it wouldn't have surprised me if I would have got it wrong either. Kevin G.
Okay. Let's see, Universal Containers. Boy, this company
you
must
get
be
all the
large.
wrong
Man,
ones.
is a large company with over 5,000 users, or over 5,000 broken English.
Users, yeah.
They have multiple divisions.
Division, yeah, right.
that are organized by
spell check
product
everything.
categories. So good.
I got that one.
Data
Right.
visibility needs to be restricted by division. So one divisions, that should be division. One division cannot see another's data. The executive team needs to be able to see all data regardless of the division. Which of these processes would a admin, I think that's an admin, use to implement the security model? Okay, choose 3. Create a sharing rule for each division to share their data with the executive team. Okay. Set up record types for each division. Set up a sharing rule to share divisional data with other users within the same division's role and subordinate role hierarchy. Set the organization-wide defaults to private. Set role hierarchy so each division has their own branch under the executive team. Okay, so of the 3 here, so you can't set sharing rules. Well, you can set sharing rules without a record type, actually, but you can't set profiles without record types. Okay, so first of all, if you want these to be separated out, you should make sure that your organization-wide defaults are private. Okay. Set up sharing rules to share divisional data with other users within the same role and subordinate role hierarchy. Yeah, so what I'm wondering, though, is that your wording around that, Terry, is throwing me off a little bit, which, you know, rightly so. Set up role. Should be able for each division to share their data with the executive team. That does not seem right. Set up record types for each. I think you wanted to set up record types for each division. This doesn't say which object this is, though. That could change how you want the hierarchy to work. Okay, you want executive teams to see everything, but you want each of them to be separated out. So I think you have to have the executive teams higher on the role hierarchy. So I believe that it's E is the final one.
So again, I think wording there might help. So set up a sharing role so that each divisional data set up sharing roles to share divisional data with each other in the same
so
role.
all the other users that are underneath the same.
They
okay.
can be able to see it.
So I think you don't have to set up record types, but doesn't that help you with your sharing rules? Because otherwise you have to have different criteria.
You would have to have some kind of criteria, you're right, for,
so, I mean,
well, no, you're sharing roles.
It's by ownership.
No, you could be by ownership, yeah.
Right.
Well, that's
so the
true.
record type you could use.
The owner.
You could use a record type in your criteria, but that would be by
But you
field,
wouldn't need to.
not
Yeah.
by ownership.
Yep.
yeah, Carly, you're correct.
Yep.
I'm thinking of it more from ways that we have used things to separate out. I'm getting stuck in my own, experience and not
In your own world.
Right. It happens sometimes.
I think that was probably one of my questions I did, when I was flying back from Dreamforce. So I was probably half asleep. All right, I've got Adam Kelly. Success team for universal connection. Notice that cases are sometimes being escalated prematurely due to weekends and holidays. What are some ways you can fix the issue? Oh, and we're at the top of the hour, so let's have this one will be our last question here.
Wow, that flew by.
Okay, sometimes escalated prematurely.
I'd say B and C.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
B and C.
D and C, modify the escalation rules to exclude weekends and holidays, create formula fields to calculate business hours.
No, not D.
So he said B.
Oh, B.
B and C is what, yeah.
All right, set up business hours to match those of the customer service. Okay. All right. And I don't agree with my answer there. I don't think that's right.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, that's not right. That set up business hours to match your customer service. That is correct.
Yeah. Can you modify escalation rules?
Sorry, say again.
Is there an option to exclude weekends and holidays on escalation rules?
No.
No? Okay.
No, there is not. So I think the reason I went with create a formula field is because of the weekend side of it. When it's we need something that will give us a number.
Key on something.
Yeah,
know
that
whether
excludes.
it's a weekend day rather than a regular standard business day.
Yeah. So I think that is actually correct, as we talked through it. All right. Nice job, guys. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, you wouldn't use a formula field to actually calculate business hours. You would want a formula field to calculate whether or not it's a weekend.
Yeah, good call.
Okay, so you would have the output just basically tell you if it was a weekend versus a weekday, and then you change on that.
I mean, you could just have a Boolean that checks to see what day of the week it is.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, that does make sense. So when you say that. And it does seem odd that there's not a little bit more around weekends just for some of this. It feels like
I wish that they would make that easier because it's a common issue and there isn't an easy answer. Holidays they accounted for.
Sure.
Yeah.
Actually, business hours could do it though too. I'll look into that one a little bit more because there is the ability on the case side to indicate what your business hours are, and if your hours are closed on weekends. Yeah,
that's true. When you set up business hours, you say Monday through Friday. You do that.
that is there specifically for escalation rules. So I'll double check my answer on that because I think I could be off on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Good job. Is that helpful?
I think so. I think actually very much so.
Very good.
Obviously, there's more questions out there, so if you want to quiz yourself and go through it, do the same thing. Help me kind of fine tune it if you don't mind, and don't feel bad about disputing or arguing with me on a given question. A lot of these literally were written flying to and from Dreamforce this year, so.
I was too busy like eating the free peanuts and stuff, and you were like working. What?
I was, yeah. This has been fun though to put together, and the whole process here that as far as doing the study group with you guys has been absolutely awesome, and so I really appreciate your help. Carl, I appreciate your leadership in this too. It's been fantastic to do this with you, and I really do hope that it helps you guys have some success as you prepare to take the actual exams. So. Thank you so much. Please let us know if you do take the exam, how you did. If you've got any feedback at all on how we could do this process better, because Carla, I think our intent is to do this either with the advanced admin sometime first quarter, maybe toward the end of first quarter, maybe, I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Or the app builder, one of the two, and maybe we'll do both of those next year, I'm not sure, but this has absolutely been fantastic for me as well, just to kind of, as I mentioned earlier, just to refresh on so many things that I don't often think about. So.
Me too.
Thank you so much, Carl. You have any feedback there as well, or are you good?
No, same thing. Yeah, just let us know how it goes when you take it, and any feedback is awesome. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we can talk about doing a survey or something, Terry.
Oh, yeah, great idea.
For some more anonymous feedback or so.
All right. Very good, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week.
Thank you, guys.
Terry. Thank you,
Thanks.
Carla.
Thanks, Carla.